call. If you are on here, let me know. But everybody just coming in, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm back on here. Usually I was on here every day, but the heat out here is unbearable. And so I have to get away from that. You gotta look at that thing. Y'all see what I'm talking about, don't you? I'm trying to tell y'all something. Then they go in that little parking lot right there. And I'm telling y'all, you cannot make this up. Them things something else. And them people know what's going on because I told them. You know, she did not care. And that's sad. You know, people drop their well, the younger dogs go play basketball, but they have little bitty ones over there. And people dropping they little ones over there, knowing that them things at this point, I'm saying the people, that woman, she know what I told her and I showed her. Okay? They don't care. And so your little ones are not safe. Definitely not safe. Not over there. I wouldn't suggest anybody. I don't know what the name of that place is, but I wouldn't suggest anybody drop their kids off over there. Simple as that get. Look at it. Look at them things. I'm trying to tell y'all something. I'm trying to tell you. Them things everywhere. People dropping their kids off over there. I'm gonna be on them next. I'm finna put them out in traffic too. Welcome everybody just came in. The parents up here. Yeah, they failing those kids. I'm trying to tell you something. I went over there, you know, look at that thing. You see what I'm saying? They be thinking, they go there and then when they come back this way, they thinking that they can see my son who is not here. You see what I'm saying? They only tracking the location of his phone. You know? Now, I'm telling y'all, them things right there is on people. A lot of people don't believe me. If you don't believe me, or you think that it's anything other than come out here. That's all you got to do is come out here. I guarantee you, I got so much footage, though, of a lot of the same ones. These folks that be on here following me, y'all know I be in a lot of different areas. I keep a record of wherever I'm at, times, dates, places, and them people, the same PDFs, follow that phone. Okay, so this is real out here. Nothing is scripted here. I'm telling you, that place right there, I'm going to put on the map. Black lady in there did not care. Did not care. Welcome everybody. If anybody have any comments or anything like that, be respectful, put them up here in the comment section. If you want to request up, go ahead and do so. Kara, if you are out there, let it be known. Looking for. That's what I'm talking about. You need the nannies, the parents, period, to be on point because that's what they do. You know, think about it. Here a couple weeks ago, almost a month now, PDFs in Walmart. You know, he had exposed himself to some little ones, and they arrested him. But what I'm saying, people get so relaxed. You know, say for example, you go in a store. A lot of times, the little ones got to use the bathroom, and fathers typically will let them go by themselves. No, the moms, I'm telling you, there's more mothers gonna take that baby. I just seen that. She gonna take the little boy and the little girl in her bathroom. That's the way you have to do it these days. You don't let them go in there by themselves, you know, and then out in these parks, y'all seen the live, okay? They did not like my presence. A lot of them have begun, they know who I am now. Even up until a point where they called the police twice in one day on Joe and I before Father's Day. And the whole point is that they're out there. If you divert your attention for 1 minute, what's going to happen? You know, you got to be vigilant. Years ago, you have to worry about them being outside. Now you got to worry about them being inside because of the phones and the game systems. The PDFs on the game systems acting as though they are young adults, okay, trying to groom and lure them. And then you got these apps. You know what I mean? So you got to be on point all the way around. Because other than that, yeah, they do. You failed. You failed. A lot of people mad at me because I come on here and, you know, I'm gonna tell it like it is. If I can go back right now with what I know my son to be here. You know, a lot of people get on there, he this, he that, I don't even care. I do not care. It's not about me, it's not about them, it's about the little ones. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know, out here searching, I've been in tunnels, I've been through some things y'all already know. If I could, John Walsh, he started America's Most Wanted when they kidnapped, unalived his son. This platform let me be able to share everything I'm going through. It has worked. People have come on, viewers, and gave their stories after watching this live. The father in South Texas, he came on there, got in the box. He said that his son been missing over 10 years. He's never stopped looking. Okay, and he had been to jail several times because him and the cops get into it. He in a small town, he said. And so he spent his life saving looking for him, and he's still looking for him. He can use this platform right here, which is a global, worldwide platform, I told him, and we can put him on there and see if we can get some information. No, it's not a platform that you need to look out for. It's an app called Grindr, which is a rainbow app that has a virus that embeds itself into the algorithm of phone. Look at that thing, y'all. I had told him before too, though. Y'all see what I'm talking about? They try to look in the rearview mirror. They go wide and try to look in the rearview mirror to look over here. Okay? But it is an app called Grindr that will, embed itself into the algorithm of phones. If you look it up, you'll see millions was affected. And they can track that phone precise location. I'm telling you. And if you turn it off, take the SIM card out, it don't stop it. It don't stop it. Okay, you have to get rid of that phone. So, the father in Texas, he, after watching it live and sharing his story, he said he went through his grandkid's phone, and one of them had it on their phone. And the grandkid told him, "I thought I had been somebody was following me." I'm telling y'all, this is we're discussing these apps, game systems, these PDFs is running around slithering around these neighborhoods. The app that's in question that tracks 24/7, non-stop, no matter what you do, is called Grindr, a rainbow app. The game systems. A woman here in Dallas said after watching the live, she started paying attention to her nephew and them on the game system Fortnite, and there was a PDF on there trying to lure them out. So I'm telling you, this is real. Anybody with a blank profile, go ahead and remove yourself from my room because I'll block you. I don't believe in that. I have too many problems with blank profiles. So I'm just giving you a fair warning right now. But this is real out here. Yep, but we had another woman come on after watching it live. She, her complex has a swimming pool. She's seen two of them out there just at the pool. The thing about here in Dallas, they don't consider anything a high priority actually, unless somebody really shooting or something right then. But she, after watching it live, was paying attention. She seen two guys, she said, and they just staring at the little ones in the pool. She went and addressed it, and at whatever reason, she could identify something ain't right. She called the police. 9 hours later, they showed up. So I'm telling you, when I talked to him, as y'all followed the live, he was in that park. I was told it wasn't a high priority. So my whole point is make it make sense. What is a high priority then, if not for the little ones? You know, you can't make any of this up. Myself, like I say, it's a task. That's why I ended up having to get private investigators. You know, because me out here by myself, hey, all this, I'm telling you, it is rough. You know, when they told me, the officer told me about them tunnels, I went in the tunnels, each one of them about a half mile. And before I lost signal, the flashlight didn't do no good. It's hundreds of people in there. And, you know, why tell me to go in it and you're not going in there? Well, I'm going in it because I'm searching. But at the same time, they didn't care. Yeah. Yeah, they already failed. They failed the kids already. You know, you got to be super aware, like you said. I agree. Because I believe, it's just my opinion, that seem like a lot of these people that's in a position to do something are with the PDFs. Seem like they protecting them. So, especially around here, there is a high, how can I say, when it comes to trafficking, man, it is high here. You don't see it on the news like that, you know, but teenagers and all, they come up missing every day. No, well, that's the problem. It isn't enough punishment. They give them probation, okay, instead of tracking them. You know, people need to know what's slithering around these neighborhoods. If you're going to let them drive, which they shouldn't be, because that allows them to go to other areas, but then put something on the license plate that people know this is a PDF. You know what I mean? Let people know what's in the neighborhoods. Because at this point, it don't matter about age, race, or occupation. They everywhere, you know? So people need to be aware. So far in Dallas County, here within the past couple of weeks, they're arresting teachers and everybody else. After talking about they investigating for X amount of time, well, if you knew what was going on, you should have stopped it right then. You see, you allowed it to keep going, talking about you investigate, but you already knew. So you just can't make it up. Them things out here, that's all I'm saying. Them things out here, y'all. And people get mad at me. You know, really? So you gotta be on point. Know what's going on. You know, I seen a little girl, couldn't have been no more than 3 or 4. She got a phone. I'm like, what? So, you know, even the tiny ones got phones, but do they really know what they're doing? Because like I said, when it comes to that rainbow app called Grindr, all it takes is one time for that thing to be downloaded. You can, like on my son's, it was deleted, but that virus is embedded into his phone, which allows him to keep on tracking. So once it's downloaded, it's over with. You know, only thing you could do is get it as far as you could away from you. And that's the thing with these PDFs. That's what I have been trying to articulate to everybody. They track that phone. So when they come to this car, come trying to look around, see if they see them, that gives me an opportunity to get their information, plates. Sometimes we get lucky, get faces, make models of vehicle. And when they track it to different locations, that's establishing, okay, now you're stalking for those gratifications. You know what I mean? Because you're not interacting with anybody because the app is not on the phone. You just stalking the location. That's all you're doing, tracking the location. Trying to do whatever weird stuff it is, you know. Yeah, they keep doing what they're doing. Yep, they don't even stand it. Probation. Allowing, you know, talking about, there is no rehabilitation for them things. You know, it's just a matter of time before they strike again. And so, yeah, it's just a smack on the hand, you know what I mean? And that's why I say it seems like these people ain't willing. Like they covering them or something. You know? Should be, I mean, even so, you know, even to me, even if they put a monitor on their ankle, it's people that's going to ignore that too. The ones that be in the park, y'all followed the live, y'all seen. Yeah, it's just, you know, there's no rehabilitation. They sit in that park with no worries in the world down here. And it's like, okay, majority of them, as y'all know, I do the leg work. I make sure if I point my finger, I got more than enough receipts to come with. And y'all know we even had a viewer that had the ability to run plates. They sitting down there already convicted, already have warrants of failure to register and stuff like that. And the police, when we called, and some of the viewers called too, they don't care. It's not a high priority. Yep, so the viewers now know that have been following my live, they know there is no help here. They don't care. But let me turn into some vigilante type activity around here. They'll go against me. Hey, thank you. They'll go against me real fast. They want to lock me up there, handcuff my ankles, my wrists, ankles, neck, everything. But they'll let them walk freely. That's just crazy. So again, we have to definitely be out. I'm on front line. Every day I'm on front line, y'all. If I'm not on here, believe me, I'm doing that. They basically allow me. Yeah, they do it. Yeah. And that's why I say again, they must be in on it with it. It's something not right. You know? There's only one. That's the only treatment there is. Yep. But then the hands too, because they can't keep their hands to themselves either. Yep, it's just crazy. It's frustrating for me, being out here, just like the day, the PDFs right here. Yep, PDF way, just like they sent the police over here twice. And one day the PDFs called the police on me and Joe, and he come to the cop act like he had an attitude. Well, I'm on private property, number one. And I was live at that point, y'all. If y'all remember, we seen him come in, but he acted like he had an attitude. Come on now. He must have been one of them. It's just crazy. So, yeah, PDF Way is active today. Very active. Remember, if y'all been following me, y'all remember they tried to set the trap to blow me up with the propane tanks hooked to the electrical box out here. So I have to definitely be looking around. I'm telling you, that was crazy. They go above and beyond. And the folks that be on here that's mad at me for speaking up for the little ones, they tried to blow me up over here. And the owner, he lives out of town. He told me to wait till he get here. And he dealt with it. Me and Joe got up out of there. But then we come back down here, if y'all remember. Yeah, it's been about, a month ago now. But you know what? A lot of times when I get ready to go somewhere, I have people that'll, like Joe, for example, they'll check it out first. Over here where I used to park at, remember I showed y'all on live, if you have been with me, when I got the call, come down here and look at this, and I'm like, what? And I get here and there's 2 propane tanks. It would have been right where we would have parked it. If I came at night, I probably wouldn't even pay no attention to it. But there's an electrical box for the sign out here. It was hooked to the electrical box. And I'm like, what the? Oh man, look, I showed y'all on live what it was. And so when I talked to the owner, he was like, I'm on my way, this and that. Let me get down there. But again, that goes to show you. But then remember the ones that was in the bushes. You never can tell what these people got on their mind. They ain't even people. What them things got on their mind slithering around here. Remember the one that came on the time, but they watching me? Well, watch me. Remember all the threats I received and all that type of stuff. So a lot of people, hey, my hope is this: if they got families, when we catch that face, they families see who they are, expose who they are. Remember the tow truck driver got fired for doing what he doing, and then the other guy in the panel van got fired for doing what he doing. Yeah, that you should have been. But my point is that, they be mad behind that. But at the same time, they created it, being a PDF. So don't be mad at me, be mad at yourself. So it's just one of them things where People, we have to stick together. There's no doubt about that, because at this point, it's so many that's in the system, they're already winning. So if they're already winning, what did that leave us? What, you know what I'm saying? Because they winning only because they got the ones that's politicians, law enforcement, you know? So we as a unit has to stick together and be on front line and do what we got to do to make sure that the little ones are protected. You know, there you go, facts. Yeah, James, I'm telling you, because this is just ridiculous. I have seen things I wouldn't have never in my life thought about any of the stuff that I have seen since I've been searching for my son. I'm telling you, you can't make this up. You just cannot make it up. You know, as you moving around throughout the day, you got the parents going to work, stuff like that. You know, you don't be thinking about stuff, you know. This is crazy, y'all. I wouldn't have believed any of this myself. I wouldn't have. I'm telling y'all. But yeah, you know. So those tunnels that I went in, I had to regroup. I'm going back in those tunnels that the officer told me to go in. Like I say, it's hundreds of people beneath downtown Dallas. Also, Webb Chapel Road. One of the tunnels is right by the cemetery. Imagine that. So it's hundreds of people in there. You know what I mean? We had a woman come on here to know about those tunnels. She said she went miles in there, and 2 people jumped out on her with weapons and told her to get out. I can believe that. You know, the one about Webb Chapel, they were really watching me when I came in there. You know what I mean? So I just wasn't prepared, like with the light. Somebody told me there is, yeah, you got to conquer within. That's right. That's right. You know, one of the things is that you got to have some source of Wi-Fi there. Also, you got to have better lighting, because I'm telling y'all, it's dark, you know, as you go in to get darker. But them people down there, so you know them things down there, that may be a big piece of the puzzle, you know? So we just got to figure it out to get that thing right here. They be creepy. They be creepy, y'all. Look. Oh, now you're going to pick up speed. They already know, because they'll go too. He better check the record. Because I definitely call companies, just like, the cab driver, even though he was the owner of his own raggedy van, but he was working for Zip. And I talked to the vice president, called me after I sent an email, and they got rid of him. Out there slithering around. That was his 3rd time. That was enough. You know, you want to follow me to different locations, tracking my son? Oh, okay, I got you. And so that contract that he had with them, that's over with. But again, it's us, y'all, that we got to take that step to make sure that we keep them safe. You know, years ago, they say it take a village to raise a child. You know what I mean? Know who coming in and out of these neighborhoods. That's what it comes down to. Welcome, chat. If anybody have any questions, feel free to put them up in the comment section. Be respectful. Anybody want to crust up, have a story or something like that, go ahead. If anybody want to send me a DM about any situation, let me know. But yeah, it's just we are up against a lot. You know, the ones that few months back, well, twice this happened. What was it? 240 some or 60 some PDFs arrested here, and 108, 109 were little ones were rescued, and then again, you had them in the hundreds. You know, it took missing and exploited, special agents with missing and exploited, to even do that. Of course, coming into Dallas, you know, they got with Dallas Police Department, but if it wouldn't have been for them, what would have happened? Because Dallas don't do nothing. One other thing is that you don't see this on the news, y'all. Think about it. But you can look it up right now on your phones. Go to your phones and look up, you know what I'm saying, children rescued in Dallas, Texas. missing and exploited by, you know, them, the ones that obviously headed up that raid. But other than that, you're not going to see it on the news. They get Amber Alerts every once in a while. Kids kind of missing left and right around there, and you see 1 or 2 Amber Alerts. In this area, usually Amber Alerts are from like Austin or something like that. What about the ones coming up missing around here? You know, that's the question. Let me see here. Yep, but welcome everybody. It's crazy. We got to do more. So I usually come on here, as y'all remember, and I'd be on here from like 6 in the morning till like 6 in the evening. Then sometime we were on all night. We go over to different locations, be out. I tell you what, Urban Texas is off the chain with the PDFs over there. The things dress up in all black, run around all night. You know, you can't make it up. And y'all, if you remember the live, you seen. I'm going back over there. I ain't done with them. I wasn't prepared like I should have been when I went. But, you know, I'm going to go back and bring it to you guys again. You know, the ones that send me messages asking me to come to their community. And, of course, I will be there. You know, I will definitely be there. Yep, but you have a lot of people complain, like I say, about me exposing them. Even have the PDFs in the room talking about, you know, the one that got me was PDF Rural USA. No, you don't. No, you don't. You know, so if that's what they want to think, you know what I mean? We're going to let them go ahead and have that shameful thought. But we know in reality, they ain't run nothing. Nothing. But everybody else that had a complaint, I offered them to come out here, get on the live, and share their complaint. They mad at me. They got something to say reference to me. I told them, come on out and share it. You know, get on the live here. It never showed up, that's for sure. But I'm here, you know. I'm trying to figure this out here. The ones that came in here with these blank profiles, unfortunately, I block those. I don't even contend with them. Because those are the ones that typically cause an issue. So I'm going to get them up out of there. But again, welcome everybody. I continually struggle, y'all, to keep everything, try to, in terms of bringing awareness and stuff like that. Hey. Man, it is getting hotter and hotter. I'll be out here in the heat doing this. But just remember, keep up with the little ones. I'm telling you, keep up with what they're doing. Be visual. Even if it's not yours. If the kid's not yours, still, you, as an adult, take lead. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, come on now. Growing up, I remember we did something in the neighborhood. Everybody knew about it. You might get your butt tore up from the neighbors, anybody. And then when you got home, you really know you was in trouble. That you made somebody else out there have to, you know what I'm saying, tap you up. So, you know, that era is no longer here. People, they're not concerned. A lot of people take things for granted. You know, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Even so, in them neighborhoods back then, people was paying attention. You know, they see them vans. Oh, that's that van. You already know what them vans was called back in them days. You know what I'm saying? They already know what that was. Kids knew to stay away from that. But, you know, it's like as time goes on, people forget that type of stuff. Still got to be visible. Still have to be visible. because this is real. I'm trying to figure out the person. Somebody asked me about water and this and that and this and that. If anybody want to, your discretion. But my reward in doing this, because I don't care about a TikTok status or anything like that. They have taken millions of likes from me on TikTok. I don't care. I'm not on here for a social status, trying to be TikTok famous or anything like that. I could care less. I only wanted to utilize this platform to bring awareness. But if anybody, I have had in the past people ask about water, stuff out here while I'm out here all day. Go to the bio if you want to look for ways to assist us there. It would be appreciated. But my reward, again, come in the form of being able to save one little one, bringing awareness. That's my reward. And I'm definitely doing that. It has definitely been proven to be effective because the viewers get up here in the box, share their stories after watching the live. So I know it worked, so I appreciate everybody. You know what I mean? But we still have to be focused wherever you at. Just know them things in your neighborhood too. Look at that thing right here. They ain't by accident. None of this is by accident. None of this is not by accident. If you pay attention to them things looking in the rearview mirror, you understand. Let me zoom up so y'all can see a little bit better. When they come, they're going this little being right here, thinking that they can look back and look in here. So y'all gonna see. Watch what I'm telling you. And for the ones who've been following the live, you already know what it is. You already know what it is. But again, welcome everybody. Welcome. We are definitely out here. We're trying to, if anybody have a story they want to tell, share with everybody, let it be known. But I don't know, where is everybody else? Is it anybody from other countries on here, or where are you from on here? Why don't y'all, let's do that. Why don't everybody put up where they from? Hey, thank you. See you, Brittany. Welcome. Yep, welcome. Trying to see who all we got out here. Again, Cara, if you are out here, Canada, welcome, Canada. Welcome. I see Canada, y'all. So that lets you know. London, Oklahoma, welcome in, Brittany. Who is this? Sarah in Canada. Welcome, you guys. Appreciate you being part of the live. See who else we got out here. I'm sure we got some other folks out here from other places as well. I have been looking to see who all coming in the room, but I see constantly showing people joining, but nobody else is putting where they from up here at this point. Nonetheless, welcome everybody. And like I said, y'all, be visiting game systems with the kids and them phones. Hey, Florida, welcome. Who is that? Queen, welcome in here. Get on in here. Yep, we appreciate everybody out here. You guys are my motivation. A lot of times I have been sick out here. Somebody sent a paramedic when I was down at the other end when we were doing down there at the park. You know what I mean? It's you guys are awesome, though. Yeah. Who else we got on here? Come on, y'all. Don't be shy. Nobody want to thank you. Hey, I'm doing my best, Brittany. I couldn't think of doing anything differently at this point. I was sitting one night as I'm searching for mine, and I wanted a platform so I could be able to let people know when they track his phone, track my son's phone to the car. I wanted people to know who these people was, and I wanted to know how it all started. And I thought about John Walsh that used to have what is called America's Most Wanted. When they kidnapped and unalive his little one, he started that. So I was like, okay, I heard about TikTok. Well, maybe I can go on here. I heard about TikTok Live, and I didn't even know if people was even watching it or anything, but I still was on it every day. And right now, today is worldwide. You know what I mean? So it's like people come on, they have been sharing, hey, I watched your live, I checked mine, and this happened, or I went through this in my life. So yeah, you guys are my motivation. You are my strength to keep on going, keep doing what I'm doing. They tried to blow me up out here. Received many threats continually. I'm telling y'all, it is so notorious. I had a couple of them follow me to the police station. I've had you go through it. So if they are that determined with an adult, think about when it comes to the little ones. You know what I mean? To the young adults, they really gonna be relentless. So yeah, I really appreciate that. Soon we'll be going to other places like I used to. I know my investigators. I got private investigators that's helping me look because when I was going, I went to all the shelters and stuff. I couldn't get information because they had people there with like domestic stuff like that. I couldn't get no information. So having them, they can get access to different things. And so, that's expensive. Hiring them, very expensive. But hey, I got to do what I got to do. People I had hired, not hired, but I had some people that were moderators had an issue. This is on the other side of, look at this. I had told him several times. Now remember these vehicles, like I tell y'all all the time, remember the vehicles, because you're going to continue to see them. This road here is less traveled, them things keep coming. They think they can hide behind tinted windows. But yeah, this is off where PDF Way is at. What I was getting ready to say is that, I'm doing the best I could because everything I do comes at a cost. I'm not from here, so everything is a cost. That's why with the issue that I had with the one of the vehicles, I couldn't. Yeah, this is Dallas. Yep, still in Dallas. Yep, unfortunately. I would like to be in other areas, but I still have to wait before I'm able to move around like I used to. Nonetheless, though, them things still slithering all around here. And today it's a real increase. And I suspect, like I say, it's because most of them just got checks. So they out here trying to proposition all types of stuff, but majority of them following the phone that's here in the car. That's what they do. But again, the ones that believe in what I'm doing, you would like to get water, some stuff like that or whatever, feel free to go to that bio. It's not mandatory, you know what I mean? Because I do this free. My reward comes from being able to safeguard one little one. But if anybody choose to, they can go to the bio, look for ways to assist you and see it there. But no matter what, y'all already know I'm out here. I've been sick out here, and everything else is still going. Yep. Hey, I really appreciate that. Yep. Texas Bell. I really appreciate that. Yep. Still going. Yep. That's what it's about. Like I say, you guys are my motivation. Can't think of doing anything differently. I'm definitely out there still searching. I want to go in those tunnels again. When I get in a better position to do so, bright lights and stuff like that, I'm going back in there. I'm going back in there. I think I underestimated this heat down here. Woo! man, there is no rain in sight. And it's like, it'd be like 105, feel like 150. You know, I underestimated all that. I know Florida hot too. Um, man, I could just think of other places. And you know what? I really feel sorry for you guys as well. I had to put my hat on because the sun had burnt everything off of that. Somebody be having bushfires along the roads and all that. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. And I thought here in Texas at night it'd be cool or something, right? Why I think something like that? You know, it seemed like the same heat at night too. You just can't make this up. Every day I'd be hoping for rain, which never comes. I saw some lightning though, and it fooled me. There that thing is. I've told his company about him too, several times. And y'all know, they said, it's hot all day, 24. You are so right. It's definitely that. I'm sitting here like right now, like, okay. And the crazy part is, even in the shade, super hot. Super hot. Just can't make it up. I don't know. And then, I don't know, I called myself going to stand up, and I stood in the same place too long. And I don't know what kind of ant that was, but he was big and bit me. Show you this now. Yep. It definitely, yep, in the shade it's still hot and humid. Yep. Can't make it up, y'all. So the ones that are north, you know, you don't have a complaint because you at least have breezes and it don't get that hot. Because we know what the heat is down here. That's the crew right there, y'all. But welcome everybody, born and raised in Texas. I don't know how you do it. Oh wow, I know you know the heat, man. And then somebody said that it's like a different heat in comparison over in Louisiana. You know, I'm like, Louisiana must ain't been in Texas because Texas is going down. I'm looking around confused half the time. When I thought I heard the thunder and saw the lightning, y'all. The weather here bipolar. That's the bottom line. Texas weather bipolar. That's the way we're gonna leave that because it tricked me. Definitely tricked me. It's like, really? So we're gonna work with the best we can and go from there. But yeah, somebody said over in, what is it, Euless? Oh yeah, we definitely gonna stop them. Oh, there's no doubt. We definitely gonna stop them. There is no doubt about that. Yep, I am out. Like I say, unfortunately, the one, the guy that lives in the neighborhood, Joe, as y'all remember, he started coming out with me, and he'll watch my back. But I did not realize, look at that thing. See how it goes over to that side and try to look in the rearview mirror? I'm telling y'all, that's what it is. And I know y'all see this. I'm telling you, that's what they're doing. But if y'all remember, I didn't realize Joe had all those staples in his back. And out here sweating, set up infection. And something happened to his legs too. But so he's no longer out here, and he was going through it. So I have to be on point by myself here. And again, I can't stress enough, I'm in the same place where they tried to blow me up at. So I know there's a few of them probably on there saying, yep, we didn't get them, y'all. No, you did not. So No matter what, God is good all the time. And I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And, trying to bring that awareness. Again, as a recap, go on your little ones, your kids' phone, make sure that app, Grindr, which is a rainbow app, make sure it's not on there. When they playing these games, all the kids like these games, know who they talking to on them games. The PDFs are acting like they're young adults, trying to groom and learn. We had a lot of people that have come on, shared their story after watching the live, so it's effective, y'all. And y'all already know, the ones that have been following, y'all seen them things. Y'all remember the one in the aquatic park? One of the viewers had us come up there, his son worked there, and we got up there. I walked up to the vehicle. He got one of the moderators spotted candy on the seat, and he lied and said, "Oh, I was dropping my wife off." He 100 years old. How you dropping your wife off out here? Because she had to be at least 200 probably, but there was no wife. That's the bottom line. We saw him when he came in by himself. You know what I mean? And when I told him what I'm doing, exposing these PDFs, he got up out of there. Remember the other ones came through yelling out. They so mad. You understand? They yelling out the window. You know what I'm saying? So, and we continually see the same ones. It's a repeat. Majority of them, if I say what it is, that's because my investigators have done the homework. Them plates, okay, through by their license plate, stuff like that, verified. They convict the PDLs, and most of them had warrants for failure to register already. So, come on now, I come with them receipts. Behind the scenes, I keep uploading license plate, make, model of vehicle, dates and times and places. We're going to get it right. Everywhere they try to track this phone to, okay, we keep a record of it. And that way you present that to the DA, hey, this thing right here is tracking his phone. You know what I mean? And build on it. Look at that thing right here. You can't make it up. Going on around the bend. If that's where you're supposed to be going to. Now that where you coming over here with a car from? Make it make sense. Keep in mind, it don't matter about occupation, don't matter about a race or age. Y'all remember the one I had fired, tow truck driver I had fired. So they can keep on playing if they want to. Welcome everybody that's in the room. Car here. And so yeah, y'all seeing, you can't make this up. Once you'll see the same ones. And they got a lot of little tricks if for the ones that ain't been following. Okay, so they turn on bright lights, right? Then they put on signals for no apparent reason. Then they'll stop and act like something wrong with the vehicle. They walk around the vehicle smoking cigarettes. Those are all signs. Also, they'll get props, bikes, dogs, all that, and try to walk up, slither up, not walk, slither. Okay, yeah. So they got all kinds of stunts. You know what I mean? And so once you learn this, outside of the investigators telling me, others have shared different things. And so yeah, they come from all over. Let me see here. Let me give us another chance. But one of the things is, you guys, is that this is real. Do not take it for granted. This is real. This is real. This is real. Them things out there doing this for real. And here in Texas, with respect to like the trafficking at an all-time high. You know, I told you guys about the ones PDFs call themselves. It was two other little. It was two other guys over in South Dallas about a month and a half ago, and the PDFs from that app goes over there and try to evidently whatever shenanigans they tried to pull. Well, them boys, they almost didn't make them over there. So I don't have sympathy for these PDFs at all whatsoever. I'm not their friend. I do not. Hey, whatever they get, they well deserving of it. Okay, the ones that used to come, like they used to give me stories about, hey, this happened to me when I was little, or this and that. Hey man, you're grown. You grown now. You know what I mean? There is no justification for what you doing to other people or kids. I don't believe in that. I don't care about no excuse. You ain't got no business doing what you're doing. You know, so ain't no justification for it. And I have zero tolerance, to say the least. So, no. If anything, if you had any sort of mind that was, you know what I'm saying, to do anything right, you would be trying, after you going through it, you would be trying to save the little ones, not do the same thing to them. And so also you got the ones that are defenders of the PDFs. You won't defend them in here. No, you won't. No, you won't. See this camera, they try to speed up. They don't want them license plates on there. I should get out of this car and put this tripod out there and stand out there. For everybody just came in the room, welcome, welcome, welcome. Exposing PDFs Live. And it's been non-stop. You know, again, people ask, well, how do you know? What do you mean? They tracked this phone in this car in more than one location. It's known already. But some of them got that look about themselves. They give themselves away, period. So that makes it a whole lot easier. But I'm going to explain that just because that they look or whatever, no, I got to go beyond that. Tracking the same ones track this phone to different locations, for example. Same license plate, make, model of vehicle. I also don't get it wrong either, because a lot of them will change cars, or they'll get out, they'll park somewhere else and get out and try to walk. That's the best part about it, because then you get a face shot of them as well. But, you know, one of the things is that you want to stay high alert all the time when it comes to little ones. All it takes is a second. That's all. You know, so don't take any of this for granted. Like I said, I'm out here on front line for them. So, you know, as parents, you know what I mean? Do your part also. Be on point. Yeah. Somebody liked the post on here. So, there's only, oh, wait a minute. I just heard something. I definitely heard something. Now, as y'all can see, that's that I told y'all about the one right here. Look at it. That's the one I was telling y'all about. I talked to. She don't care. She'll go over there and just suck on cigarettes, and that's it. I see Dallas police coming around this bend. Look at him. Somebody probably called on me. I'm gonna leave this rolling. What's going on? Recording people coming out of the building?
Yes, I guess you're taking pictures. You can report some of the parents coming out of there. The kids. I guess you've been doing this for a few days. Or
well, first and foremost, this private property. There's no expectation of privacy in public. But this is a live stream that I'm doing on TikTok, which I have is worldwide. It's a lot of people on here. So if they feel uncomfortable, provide they need to do something different. Because you know what I'm saying?
I get you. Like I said, you're not in trouble, man.
I'm not in trouble.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Because I guess they're calling in. I mean, you're not doing you're not doing anything wrong, okay?
Okay.
You're in a public place.
Yeah.
They just wanted to see like what's the issue with them.
Well, you know, a lot of these people, first and foremost, I have a phone in here that belongs to my son that's missing. A lot of these people tracks his phone.
So you said you have a phone to what?
I said, there's nothing in here. You can look in here.
No.
But my whole point is that I have a son that is missing that I've been searching for a while. And he has a gay app on his phone called Grindr. And so these guys, it has a virus that embeds itself into the algorithm on the phone. They track that phone 24/7. They have tracked me to the police station here. Everywhere I'm at, I've been in other towns. They have followed me. So my whole thing is that if those are the ones, because this is not the first time they have called the police.
Yeah.
Okay, a couple months ago they called twice here. Okay, me and another guy was out here. Okay, so everything I do is live, like I said, is recorded. So that's who's calling you.
Well, MC employees call it.
Over here at this building here? I talked to that lady that's over here.
Yes, I guess you said she let you in a few days ago, and then she didn't know who you were. And I guess you said saying that there's a bunch of pedophiles in the building and in the parking lot.
Well, what they do is go in this parking lot right here. People are taking pictures of me. I have that. You know what I mean? So trying to let them know what's lurking around here, because a lot of my private investigators that run plates too. They have that ability to run plates. So a lot of them have been convicted, you understand, and have failure to register, stuff like that. Well, being on the other end here, I have begun to know some of those people with the vehicles and stuff like that. And they come down and tracking this phone, but then they go park over here. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, they park in this parking lot here. So,
and you know that because you're tracking the phone?
No, they're tracking my son's phone.
You're tracking your son's phone.
They're using an app called Grindr that he had on his phone.
But you said your son's missing.
That's right. But he didn't take his phone. He didn't take no phone, no identification or anything.
So you say your son's missing, but you know they're tracking his phone.
That absolutely.
How do you know that?
Because I had that phone checked. Investigators went through that phone. Also, I went to Geek Squad. Also, my provider, service provider, it's known, and it's on the internet that people locations were leaked. Okay, like 3 million people location leaked, but it has a virus that embeds into the algorithm of the phone. You can take the SIM card out and put another phone, and they can track that phone as well. Okay, so it's an issue with that app.
All this is because you had your investigators track your son's phone. And you said they're tracking it over here.
Well, no, people in general, no matter where I'm at, these people follow that phone. None but guys. You understand what I'm saying? So if I'm in, say for example, Irving, Texas, okay, I have footage of the same ones from here coming to the location I'm at in Irving.
Gotcha.
So in terms of their feelings about me live streaming, that's on them. Okay.
I mean, you're in a public place, so a public parking lot.
That's right.
To the public. I get all that. I said they just called. They were concerned because you're recording some of their employees. They report some of the people that walk out of there saying it was pedophiles.
Walk out of here? You can't see nobody walking out of here.
No. Well, I'm not saying right now. I'm just saying like in the past. And I guess today too. You approached some people today.
I didn't touch. Everything I'm doing here is recorded. So all that they're telling you, they're lying. You will see I've been sitting here, live streaming. It's obvious. I don't feel I owe too much of an explanation. If they provide what they need to do, then and stop doing what they're doing. Okay, and go to, if you don't want to be, everywhere you're going, cameras right there, there's cameras right here. They on camera everywhere they go.
Sir,
No,
can
you
I-
cannot have no information from me.
Just like to say that.
Yeah, I don't care what you need to ask for, but you're not going to generate a record based upon something. So my whole thing is,
put in my
this
comments
would
that I
be,
took
this, now
I
it's,
talked to you and that's it.
okay, you know I didn't break any laws, correct? So here's the deal. We're going to record you because I do, also, I will file a lawsuit if I continue to feel that I'm being harassed, okay? You can get whatever you want. I'm done. This has to be a consensual conversation. You enjoy your day. How about you try to protect these kids too? As you've seen, guys, this is what you got to go through